let's go back to the beginning. We want to know what inspired you to write this series and also from, I guess, like an interview retelling perspective.
Uh, I mean, that's one of those questions that most authors don't have a good answer for. Inspiration can kind of come from everywhere, and then usually a it's a process of increments. Like it's not one thing, typically
Mm.
speaking. Um, like the first book that I ever wrote, I started writing it back in 2008. It was a vampire novel. Um, but Twilight was kind of huge back then. So writing a vampire book probably wasn't the smartest play because vampires were just everywhere and already kind of played out. One of the ideas in that book, one of the world building ideas was that vampires can't choose who they turn. It's just a random process. And sometimes you get bit and you just die. Sometimes you get bit and come back straight away. And sometimes you rot for 3 or 4 days before you come back. And that world building idea is kind of at the heart of Empire as well. So, really, Empire started back in 2008. That's kind of the genesis of the world building idea, anyway. And everything else kind of came to me by increments. I always knew that I was going to write a vampire book. I've just loved them ever since I was a kid. So,
Yeah.
even though they were a little played out in 2008, the desire to write one never really went away. And I think I was writing the end of the Nevernight novels, and this idea kept coming back to me. And instead of that original book, which was like an urban fantasy, I thought maybe I could do an epic fantasy because I hadn't really seen vampires done at scale in epic fantasy before, kind of as a like an epic level antagonist, like army scale Lord of the Rings style epic.
Yeah.
So I just started kicking around that idea and trying to think of a world that I could make in which that would be a reality. So yeah, inspiration can kind of come from everywhere.